Battle Through the Heavens, Grand World. Chapter 233 5 Forms of White Tiger. A high-grade heavenly beast was equivalent to an emperor cultivation warrior amongst humans. At this point in time, the heavenly beast's intelligence was no less than a human's. The poisonous spirit raging blood. Tiger was one of the best among the high-grade heavenly beasts, and it could be said that its entire body was filled with treasures. Its leg bones were naturally unusual. Without Jade Fairy's financial support, Xiaoyan would not have the courage to buy it. The Xiaoao hugged the leg bone. Its black eyes rolled around, and its face was serious. It reached out its hand and gently touched it. A faint red light spread out from its hand and surrounded the entire leg bone. Seeing the solemn expression of the Xiaoao, Xiaoyan did not dare to disturb it and waited quietly. Haha, my feeling is indeed correct. After a moment of silence, the Xiaoao suddenly revealed a joyful expression and said with a smile. Seeing Xiaoyan's burning gaze, the Xiaoao chuckled and threw the leg bone to the ground. After hesitating for a moment, it said, "This poisonous spirit explosive blood tiger should be a branch of the white tiger. It belongs to an ancient species, and it has died. After so many years, the qi and blood in his body is still very vigorous." The Xiaoao kicked the leg bone beside his leg and said with a smile. "There is a drop of origin blood essence here. After extracting it and merging it into your body, cultivating the white tiger arts of the four-spirit emperor technique, the power is definitely not weak. Besides, the bloodline of this poisonous spirit explosive blood tiger should be close to the white tigers. Even if I can't unleash the full power of the white tiger arts, I can still use 10% of it." Currently, the Xiaoao was like a knowledgeable teacher, teaching Xiaoyan in detail. 10%. Xiaoyan slightly nodded his head when he heard this. The real four-spirit emperor technique was definitely comparable to the Saint-grade monarch skill. The Saint-grade monarch skill was powerful enough to split the sky and earth, and it was extremely powerful. It was quite impressive that the current white tiger arts could exert 10% of its power. Since that's the case, let's begin. Xiaoyan made a prompt decision. He sat down cross-legged and picked up the leg bone. The monarch flame in his hand was wrapped around it. In an instant, sizzling sounds spread out endlessly. The four-spirit emperor technique was divided into 4 techniques. They were the Azure Dragon arts, White Tiger arts, Profound Martial arts, and Vermilion Bird technique. There was no difference between these 4 techniques. It could be said that each technique was the most powerful. The technique that one practiced the most was naturally the most powerful. According to what the Xiaoao said, the real four-spirit emperor technique was in his memories. It had disappeared since ancient times, and the four-spirit emperor technique that was circulating now. There were more or less flaws in it, and it could not display the true power of the four-spirit emperor technique. As it was passed down from generation to generation, the four-spirit emperor technique was reduced to an ordinary monarch skill. Even a monarch emperor like Chen Rong had obtained one by luck. The white tiger arts was taken from the white tiger, one of the 4 spirits. The true white tiger arts contained 5 forms. It was called the 5 forms of white tiger, and each of them was called the 5 forms of white tiger. The four-spirit emperor technique in Xiaoyan's hand. There were only 3 styles in the white tiger arts, and the current 3 styles were merely the power of the monarch spell. If the blood essence of the poisonous spirit explosive blood tiger was integrated into it, the power of these 3 forms would be. Presumably, he could chase after the monarch arts. Previously, with the strength of a monarch emperor, Chen Rong did not cultivate the 4 techniques one by one. Instead, he cultivated them all together and managed to cultivate the key of 4 spirits. It seemed like Chen Rong had also realized it. The 4 techniques that didn't fuse with the blood essence of 4 spirits were just too weak. The white tiger spirit sealing flash, the white tiger sky shattering strike, and the white tiger spiritual spell. These were the 3 styles of the white tiger arts. While Xiaoyan was extracting the blood essence from his leg bone, he had also heard the names of the last 2 styles from Xiaoao's mouth. White Tiger Profound Azure Seal, White Tiger Sacred Spirit Transformation. According to the true White Tiger arts of the four-spirit emperor technique, the first form of the White Tiger Spirit Sealing Flash was the power of the elementary holy arts. The next 4 styles would be more powerful. The White Tiger Sky Shattering Strike was a high-level holy arts, the White Tiger Spiritual Spell was a middle-level saint technique, and so on. The last style, the White Tiger Sacred Spirit Transformation, was a supreme high-level saint technique. Destroying the heavens and destroying the earth was a piece of cake. When Xiao Ao heard this, even Xiao Yan's heart trembled. A high-grade saint technique. The power of the monarch skill was something that could shake the heavens and earth. However, in order to reach that level of feeling, one had to absorb the blood essence of the true four spirits. Throughout the ages, no one had ever been able to do this, even the peerless geniuses who had gathered the 8 forces and shocked all the regions. Xiao Yan shook his head when he heard this. If he could cultivate all 4 techniques, how could such a thing be allowed to exist in this world? Alright, you don't have to think too much. By relying on the essence blood of the poisonous spirit explosive blood tiger, you have cultivated 5 forms of the white tiger. The first form, the White Tiger Spirit Sealing Flash, has the power of a beginner monarch spell. Besides, you don't have the last 2 styles. The most powerful White Tiger spiritual spell in the future will only be a middle-grade monarch arts. It's nothing. The Xiao Ao pouted and looked at Xiao Yan with its big eyes. Xiao Yan twitched his mouth when he heard this. What the Xiao Ao said was the truth. Although the poisonous spirit explosive blood tiger was an emperor cultivation level heavenly beast and sounded incomparably powerful, in the eyes of a true expert, it was not even comparable to an ant. It was reasonable for the white tiger arts to have that kind of power. I told you earlier, with my blood essence, you will be able to cultivate the Azure Dragon arts. Even if you cultivate the first style, you will still have the power of a high-grade monarch spell. The third style might not be as powerful as the holy arts, but it will at least be far more powerful than an ordinary high-grade monarch arts. At that time, with your monarch spirit strength, you will have no problem fighting a monarch emperor warrior. The Xiao Ao sat on the side, both hands holding its face. He mumbled to himself. Xiao Yan was fully focused on extracting the blood essence in his leg bone. When he heard this, he smiled lightly. He didn't say anything. The stronger the person was, the more powerful the person was. Back then, he had just advanced to the monarch spirit. In the alchemy competition of the Spirit Heaven Mansion, he spat out his blood essence. He had almost fainted, let alone the Xiao Ao. If he really used his blood essence, it was very likely that it would destroy his foundation. He might even die here, let alone a monarch art. Xiao Yan would never agree to it even if it was the holy arts. Swoosh, swoosh. In the quiet room, the flames were still burning fiercely. Under the grilling of the monarch flame, the leg bone of the poison spirit explosive blood tiger finally began to shatter. Very quickly, a drop of dazzling red blood essence quietly appeared within the flame. The moment the blood essence appeared, the surrounding air began to tremble rapidly. The Emperor Cultivation Beast aura was unleashed from the blood essence, rushing towards Xiao Yan like a tidal wave. Xiao Yan's brows twitched, then he let out a cold snort. A heavenly beast that had been dead for 10,000 years was trying to corrode his will. Soul energy surged out from between his brows. Without any hesitation, it struck out. It shook violently in the air, after which, one could hear a faint painful roar being emitted. The beast might that had filled the entire quiet room had already slowly dissipated. Alright, absorb this essence blood into your body. It will circulate through the White Tiger Arts' meridians until it is completely absorbed into your body. The Xiao Ao leapt up, grabbed the blood essence, and threw it into Xiao Yan's hand. Xiao Yan firmly grabbed it. The blood essence jumped around in his hand, and an uncontrollable surge of energy came from his palm. Xiao Yan took a deep breath. He swallowed the blood essence in his hand. When the blood essence entered his mouth, an unbearable heat instantly spread throughout his entire body. Taking a deep breath, Xiao Yan sat down cross-legged. The Origin Monarch key in his body surged and rushed out of the Origin Monarch crystal, instantly wrapping around the crimson blood essence. A thought passed through his mind. Under Xiao Yan's control, the red blood essence slowly flowed along the White Tiger Arts' meridians. The energy within the blood essence also slowly spread into Xiao Yan's body, stimulating the White Tiger Arts' meridians. Hi guys, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.